discussing what I'm discussing. Okay. All right. So I was talking about how sometimes how you are being set free from certain things. You think that um, that is not the best. Um, you think that you're losing, but you're not. Okay. Um, and so when if you guys didn't see the video before, then look at that recording. So when I got the notice saying, okay, that I resigned from this organization. All I could do, all I could do was just laugh. Um, and the reason why, like I said, because I had put myself on higher ground, I was able to win anyway. I was able to win anyway. Um, and I talked about the things that I lost, but in reality, a lot of those things, when I wrote down everything that I was going through, a lot of those things that I thought I was losing, I gained. I gained so much wisdom and so much knowledge that it just opened my eyes. It was a blessing. Um, for one, I got that name under my belt, so I got enough time under it, so it opened a lot of doors. Um, I met some people that I really liked. Some people I really just had real bad character. Okay, just and that's in every organization. Um, don't think just because it's a Christian organization that it's not going to happen. It happens in every organization. In a Christian organization, it happens twice as much. Um, and it got me stronger. It got me to the next job that I went for, that I was going to. So I was really, really grateful for that. I was beyond, not only, I was beyond grateful, okay, elated, ecstatic. Uh, and it just showed me what freedom really is. Freedom does take sacrifice. People think that when you are free, you don't have to do anything. It comes naturally. No, freedom comes at a cost. You know, the how I was able to pivot and to navigate and to move around was because I put in the work to get myself to build myself and not rely on any type of organization or anything like that to uh, to build over me. To build over me. That's why people talk about, oh, you shouldn't go to school, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I totally disagree. I totally disagree. Okay, you should always, always, always educate yourself. I will never stop talking about education, even though I know a lot. Some of the stuff, um, some things I don't agree with. You're not gonna always agree with everything, but it's always better to educate yourself. Meaning, if say for instance, you don't even have to go as far as a traditional education is going into an institution. What about learning a trade, learning something that's going to build your character, that's going to build you up as a person? So when you're going into these places and you're looking for employment, or you're trying to do something on your own, you're able to have the resources and the tools and the navigations to do so. Leaving this organization, I have network connections, that I would have never gotten. But it helped. It happened because I am a networking person. I went and made sure that I made connections with people, no matter what. I took that effort. So it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Um, how you present yourself, how you come every single day, it makes a difference. And so I would say, yes, invest in yourself, because when times like this come and you want to accelerate, or you want to navigate, you have that opportunity to do so. You have that. Oh, excuse me. You have that opportunity to do so. And so, um, yeah, yeah, I'm going to say that. Um, yeah, you have that opportunity to do so. To the point where not only do I have, I was working, two jobs at one time, two 40-hour jobs at one time. And this is what broke me down because I was working two jobs thinking maybe the other job was going to turn around, which it didn't, which they didn't. They was like, look, we're solid at where you're at. You're performing at a high peak where you're at, so why should we move you? And when I think about it that way, I'm like, okay. But I had to be honest and say, which direction did I want to go? Where did I want to take myself at this time? You know, and what's going to lead me to my end goal at a better time? And that was going with someone who had more of an investment um, in what I was doing. Now, do I think that I'll be able to come back? Yeah, sure, but I don't want to be a person that has to linger um, on a um, on a job to I don't want to linger to the point where I feel like I'm begging for someone to be there, or to give me a chance, Um, yeah, I don't want to be in that scenario, or I don't want to be in that situation, and because of that, yeah, no, no. So this is why I say that I'm grateful to be free, and the power of being free. Invest in yourself. Um, 10 years from now, 10 years from now, those same people who who are doing these things, most of them, give or take even 15 years, will not be in that position. You got to think about it like that. And when it's time for you to have an opportunity, one thing that I've learned, even with going and studying psychology and studies of things, and even when I was a flight attendant, y'all, some of the things that I've learned is that when you invest in yourself and you create yourself as being indispensable, and you have so many skills and so many resources, um, that if you do things right and it's right timing and you're supposed to be in that spot, it will come again. It will come again, and at that point you'll be in a higher position. I used to think about that, and my great uncle used to tell me about that, about organizations and how they work like that. Sometimes it's like, dang, like this person been here 20 years and they've been solid, and then someone's been there for, they worked, as an intern or something for 8 months, and left, went off to school, came back, got some degrees, got some, good morning, got some certifications, and came back, and now they're running it. So I claim that. So, and that happened. That's not uncommon. That's not uncommon. And I know people like, well, why did they do that? It's because of the educational level. They made themselves indispensable. The higher you go, the tougher things are. You can get more out of it, and you release that thing that bondage of not being free. Now people are going after you because of your skill and not because of a task that needs to be assigned. Oh, which I later on I found out, and I thought about it, and I was like, okay, that's because they put me in the wrong spot. Like I told them, I had put in my resume, showed them everything, the qualifications, and some of my certifications. I don't care what it is, any organization, I never tell them all my certifications until I know that they're fully invested in me. Okay, I never tell them all my certifications until they are fully invested in me. Um, yes, and so some people can disagree, but that's just me. And so, anywho, as I, yeah, as I was going through this, as I was, experiencing what I was experiencing, and um, just looking at it, I did have to laugh because I was just like, okay, I know what's going on and what they're doing. It's not on an ethical or sound thing. They just getting upset because they do have the space, they do have the time, but they don't understand what I bring to the table, you know, and that's okay, because when time comes around and it comes back again, I'll be able to show them that I have even more, and it's going to be undeniable. It's going to be undeniable. So you can't get upset with things like this that happens. Um, so yeah, understand the power of freedom. I'm going to get off of here. Hopefully, something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem.